loss. So I know a lot of people are probably like, okay, I have to check myself out in the mirror. You know, why even lose weight? Because I know I talk a lot about body positivity and embracing your curves and being comfortable with who you are and all that good stuff. But when it comes to your health, if you have to shed a couple of pounds, that's what you have to do. You have to do what's necessary to be healthy and to live longer, which may mean to lose a little bit of weight. So I decided that I needed to lose weight. Well, I didn't really decide. My doctor decided. I went to her one day because this was about 2 years ago. I was having a lot of pain in my knees and couldn't figure out why. It was in my knees and in my feet. And so when I went to the doctor, you know, she did x-rays. She didn't find anything wrong. The only thing that was causing it was the weight was straining my bones and causing things to shift around. And she was very blunt, rude, but blunt and honest, and told me that I needed to lose weight, period. That would be what helps alleviate the issue with the pain that I was having. So then I started exploring options. So I immediately went to considering the weight loss surgery. So I got information, I went through the seminars, and I was like a month out actually from getting the surgery, but I decided that it wasn't for me. Not necessarily I decided on my own, like I had my family and friends, and I have a very, very supportive family. I have a few supportive friends that are really concerned about me, my health, and my best interest, and everyone was just so adamant about it. And then I just started thinking about it, that maybe it wasn't what I wanted to do because I was so scared and I was so nervous about it. Those are signs. God sends you signs. You have to listen to those signs. So I listened. Now, not to say that surgery isn't for everybody. It's really based upon what's best for you, what's best for your body, what your medical concerns are. We are going to talk keto. Now, 1 million people ask me at least once a day, 1 million times a week, what is keto? How can they lose weight? Because they saw my drastic weight loss that I went through last year. So let's talk about it. What is keto? So keto is basically a high fat, high protein, low carb diet. So what it does, it basically tricks your body into going to a state called ketosis, where it burns fat at a really rapid rate, which causes the weight loss. So it's a great option to lose weight very fast. So to be completely honest, people make the decision to do what they want to do. I decided that I didn't want to go the surgical route. To each his own. If that's the decision that you make, that is perfectly fine. No qualms about it. No shade, no tea, no nothing. That's your decision. And like I said, I have friends, I have family that have had the surgery, and they look amazing. They look phenomenal. So it's just that's what I decided to do because it terrified me. And to be honest, I think the turning point for me was when I went to the last seminar, and the person who was doing the seminar, she was talking about how she had the surgery herself, and she said she went downstairs and she ate some cake, and she got super sick from eating that cake. And I started thinking, like, I don't want to have to not be able to eat certain things or certain amounts, and I don't want to risk, if I eat the wrong things, that I get sick, because no one is perfect, and people are gonna eat the right things. Sometimes they're gonna cheat, sometimes they're gonna slip up, and I don't want to be sick for making those mistakes. And again, that may not be everyone's experience, and that may not be what everyone goes through, but that has always stuck out in my mind. So that's why I decided that I wanted to go the eating right route and working out. So how I came across keto, like I said, this was about 2 years ago. So, you know, when Facebook first started, everybody was in college. You had to have an EDU or, well, it was an EDU email address that you had to have to sign up. And so when you first started, yeah, you had your friends, but everyone was like adding people with the same name and stuff like that. So I added this girl named Candace. And Candace lived in Louisiana. I always compare her to myself because we were kind of similar as far as how we looked, as far as appearance, skin tone. We kind of looked the same. Years down the line, I noticed that she had a drastic weight loss transformation. And when I read her post, she talked about how she did keto and lost like 100 pounds in 7 months. And so my goal was to lose 100 pounds. And I was like, well, I want to try it. So at the time, that's when she started doing her training. So I signed up, and what she does is does a consultation with you. She gets your measurements, your weight, and based upon your weight, she calculates how many calories that you're supposed to have in a day, as well as like your macros and all that other stuff. She calculates that for you. So then she also does your meal plan. So every week you subscribe for a month at a time, and she gives you your meal plan. She tells you your grocery list, what you should buy, and what you should eat every day. So that's how I started out. So I started out doing strict keto. So the difference with the different types of keto, with strict keto, is basically you stay under 20 net grams a day. 20 net grams a day. So there's strict keto, lazy, and dirty. So when I started out, I was doing strict keto, which means that I was under 20 grams net carbs per day. I strictly monitored all my calories. Well, I didn't monitor them. Candace monitored them. And she monitored them based upon what was in the meal plan. And I followed that meal plan to a T. There was nothing else that I added. There was nothing else that I left off. I followed it to a T. And that's best for people who are goal oriented, but they're also struggling to lose weight. Now, lazy keto, which is what I'm about to embark on today, you still stay under 20 grams net carbs per day, but you don't really track your calories, your macros. You just focus on strictly limiting your carb intake. And that's because I prefer to keep it simple, especially being that I'm doing it on my own now. I don't have time nor the patience to sit there and track everything that I'm gonna eat, how many calories this has, and how many net carbs. And I don't have time for all that. So I do lazy keto. Now, dirty keto, you still stay under 20 grams net carbs per day, but you eat like processed food. So you eat a lot of food that's from restaurants, or even unhealthy foods, as long as you still track the carbs, that your carb intake basically. That's for people who like more flexibility with their diet and don't want to track anything, don't want to be bogged down with anything. And with each of these, you still lose weight. Keto is basically based upon your body. So what may work for me may not necessarily work for you, but it's the mode that you have to follow by not eating an excess of carbs. So it's high fat, high protein, low carb, low to no carb. And I try to keep my carbs as little to none as possible. Now, there's going to be things that you didn't even know had carbs in it, but they do. Like my go-to is gum. I'll chew gum in a heartbeat, and that keeps me from eating so much. But gum has carbs in it too, so you got to kind of monitor how many pieces of gum that you put in your mouth. Speaking of gum, the reason that you get so addicted to using gum is because with keto, sometimes it causes your breath to stink. You get a little tart. So, but it's okay to eat a couple pieces, but you just got to monitor how much you eat and not go overboard. Paying attention to labels is key. You have to make sure that, because there's also things that have sugar in it that you don't know that have sugar in it. You have to pay attention to ingredients. You have to pay attention to carbs. You have to pay attention to sugars. So it's just all about building that consistency. So that way you already know what your go-tos are. You have to be comfortable with it. And that's why I like lazy keto. I know the things that I like to eat. And I know that I have to pick certain things, or this is what I'm going to eat, or I know if I'm going to this restaurant, even if I go to a restaurant, I know that I'm going to get these things. So it's all about building that consistency in your life. That's the only way keto is going to work, is if you're consistent and if you are prepared. So the way that I prepare is every week I'll go in my trusty planner and I'll write down what I'm going to have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now, I get tired of eating the same thing. I can only do that for about 2-3 days tops. So I know when I prepare my meals for the week on Sunday, I'm only preparing for 3 days. And then by Wednesday, I'm preparing Thursday and Friday and Saturday. So I'm preparing 3 days worth of meals at a time. That works for me. It's also important for you to set goals. So what is it that you're trying to achieve? Is it a number that you're chasing? Is it a size that you're chasing? You have to figure that out, because you want to know what you're working towards. Because a lot of times, even with keto, you may step on the scale and it says one thing, but you're losing inches. Your body is changing. So it's also important to take a picture of before and after, so that way you can kind of see how you look. Because again, the scale may not change, but your body may change. Now, keto in itself is going to make you lose weight, regardless to if you work out or not. But working out is going to help take it to a whole new level. And remember, keto, you're dropping the pounds so rapidly, you don't want to have all that extra skin. So you're going to want to start working out to tone up. A lot of times I do a lot of strength training. So that means lifting weights, lifting weights. So you're lifting weights, and that's different exercises you can do with the weights. There's a lot of different exercises actually you can do in the gym. So I kind of try to do some type of strength training every day. Pinterest is going to be your absolute best friend. Again, I get tired of eating the same things over and over and over and over again. A major part of keto, in addition to bacon and fatty foods like that, is eggs. And I've gotten to the point. Maybe not. Okay, so I've gotten to the point where I absolutely despise eating eggs. Like, I thought it was just my eggs, but then I tried the eggs at work. I tried the eggs from Waffle House. And I'm just sick of eggs. So like even now for breakfast, I'll do keto pancakes, the cream cheese pancakes. You can look up that recipe on Pinterest. Very, very simple. That's what I eat in addition to bacon or sausage. So again, eggs, they have become, I can't stomach them. I just cannot. I can't do it. So as far as fruits, you can't really have fruit like besides berries, like strawberries, blackberries, blueberries, and raspberries. I don't personally eat any fruit while I'm doing keto, and the only reason is because that's tempting. That's very, very tempting to me, because it's like, okay, yeah, you can have raspberry and blueberries, and then next thing you know, I'm eating pineapples and bananas, which definitely is not keto. So I kind of stay away from the fruits altogether. There's different apps that you can use actually that'll help you if you're tracking your carbs, like Carb Counter or MyFitnessPal. And then even like if you have an Apple Watch, I don't have it on right now, I was looking. If you have an Apple Watch, like that way you can kind of have an accountability partner, because it's good to have someone. Yeah, you can do it on your own, working out and eating and doing keto, but sometimes it's good to have an accountability partner that's kind of gonna be there right with you and go down this path with you. And then you can kind of compete with each other with your Apple Watch. I'm not sure if you can do it with Samsung or not, but I know you can with your Apple Watch, and that helps you to, you know, see, oh, well, such and such, they did this kind of workout. I need to finish my workout too. I need to close all my circles. And it's very, very helpful. It keeps me motivated. Keto side effects. So, you gotta keep in mind that this is causing your body to go in a different state that burns fat at a rapid rate. So, it's changing the chemistry of your body. So, there's gonna be some side effects. Like I said, the breath is going to stink. Okay, so how can I say this without saying it, being ladylike, you know? When it comes to matters of the stomach, when you feel the urge, you have to go. Don't second guess yourself or underestimate that it may just be a little flatulence or gas. Don't find that out the hard way, people. When you get the urge, you need to go. Excuse me, I'll be back. Go. Because if you don't, just don't underestimate the power of keto. Okay, so today is October 1st. It's the beginning of a new month. Gives you the opportunity to have a new mindset, set new goals, and just recreate yourself. And so today I'm starting keto. I'm gonna do lazy keto, of course. So again, I'm gonna use my planner to plan my meals for the entire week. You can even do it in advance. That way you can plan your grocery list. You can order your groceries. If you do like I do, order your groceries because it keeps you on track. You don't have to see all the other stuff in the grocery store. But be organized. Plan your meals out. How I start my day is I take a shot of this apple cider vinegar every day. It's the Bragg's apple cider. Oh, I've covered it all up. Bragg's apple cider vinegar. I use one of my handy dandy shot glasses for vinegar. I put like a shot of water in my mouth, and then I put the shot of apple cider vinegar in my mouth, and then I just down it like I would a shot. I felt it really. I felt it. So also, my go-to is these carbonated waters. Now, I was addicted to soda. Like, I would have to have a soda 3 or 4 times a day, to the point where I wasn't even eating food. I was more so relying on sodas and drinking sodas because it also gave me energy. But carbonated waters are the next best thing to Jesus' tears, okay? And I love the ones from Walmart. I haven't tasted any water that was better than Walmart. So these are my absolute favorite waters, and they're my go-to because it gives me the carbonated feeling, though. You know that you're looking for when you drink a soda. So I heavily rely on those. And so like what a week of meals looks like for me is, say for example, like I told you about the keto pancakes. So I'll have the keto pancakes and sausage. So the keto pancakes, they have cream cheese, cinnamon, and they have eggs in them, but it's mixed to the point where I cannot taste them because eggs are disgusting. For lunch, I have chicken wings with a little buffalo sauce, and I have cauliflower rice that has some cheese on it as well. And then for dinner, I have salmon, asparagus, and wrapped in bacon, and then with a little cheese dribbled on top of that as well. And by the end of the week, because I'm gonna eat keto pancakes and sausage every day, I don't eat any syrup with them. I just put the sausage inside of the pancake, wrap it up, and eat it. But by the end of the week, I'm gonna be tired of all the other stuff, so I'll switch up my lunch and my dinner. So instead of having salmon, I'll have tilapia, and then instead of the wings and the rice, I'll have cabbage, like fried cabbage with sausage and stuff, and I fry the cabbage with bacon grease. So it'll be the cabbage, sausage, the bacon, and that's about it, really. So that's what a week of meals look like for me. But I switch it up. Like I said, Pinterest is your best friend because it's gonna help you as far as planning your meals. And you can track it on your planner. You can use your phone, but whatever works for you. Keto is a whatever works for you type deal. Because when I did it originally, I lost 64 pounds in 3 months. And I was losing about 2 or 3 pounds every day, just depending. Now, keep in mind, things happen, life happens. Life happens. Yes, it happens. So that's why lazy keto is what works for me, because sometimes I may mess up, I may fall, I may stumble, but I get back up and I get right back into it. And I don't plan on dieting for the rest of my life. Once I get to my goal weight, and my goal is to lose 100 pounds. I've lost 64, so I got a little ways to go. I'm not a mathematician, so I don't know what that is right off the top of my head, but I want to lose 100 pounds total. And that means I'm gonna have to work my butt off to get there. And once I reach my goal, I'm not gonna stop dieting. I'm just gonna be mindful of what I eat and what I do and what I intake, what I put in my mouth. I'm gonna be mindful of all of that. And I'm still gonna maintain working out. So on another on another video, we're gonna talk about what the gym looks like for me, what my workouts look like. So that way you can kind of put the two together. That'll be next week. So that's pretty much it. Now, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, any suggestions, you're more than welcome to drop a comment below. I am not a keto guru. I'm not a know-it-all or anything like that. I just know what works for me and what I've done to lose the weight. And again, today is a brand new month, so it's your opportunity. A new day is really your opportunity, but because you got a clean slate, it's a new month, let's all start over. So I'm challenging you guys, your goals. Drop your goals in the comments. If you have a goal, not just weight loss, if you have a goal as far as your business, your life, any plans that you have, if you have a goal, start on that goal today. Do not wait. Do not put it off. You devote your time to anything else. You put 8 to 12, 13 hours into work. You put time into family. Invest back into yourself. So I challenge you to start today. Let me know what your goals are. I feel like I talked about everything, but of course, once I'm done editing this video, I'm gonna think of something else. So if I think of something else, I'll just drop it in the comments below. Or you can make sure that you tune into my social media, my Facebook, my Instagram, or even my Snapchat for updates on my journey. It's the goal to 100 pounds lost. And I do thank you for watching. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, drop your goals in the bottom below. And make sure you share. Hit that notification bell so that way when I post, you get notified. And you can see me. So as always, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.